Okay? So I got a little bit closer here because I had another epiphany to this one. So this fire here that burned out the benches, that's a representation of crystal meth, because it's very dangerous, a very harmful creation created by evil 200,000 years ago to launch this plan to take down creation with it. So it represents like being fire, right? Because that's who's in control of creation, is the Fire Nation, who's doing bad. So when they manipulate me as like as their weapon, that's what gets me locked away all the time over here in their prison. I forgot to mention over here, these things here, like those sticks there, like that one there, that one there, that one there, that one there. That could also mean that I didn't release the book fast enough to stop the black hole or stop Mother from becoming pregnant, which I theorize is the correct story, Jaden. Yeah. So that, just so you know, I'll never give up on that. So right here, what that means is, if I don't get my book out to you right away, we're gonna die in a black hole because you're gonna get pregnant. Right here, you probably got pregnant over here, kill this. You're gonna get pregnant here, kill this. You got pregnant here, kill this. So I gotta get that book out right away so that you don't get pregnant and don't kill us. And then there'll be two of us standing together here, working together to purify our spirits, which is what this is about here. So you want to think of the banner there. So that was his gram on it, and that was his gram. So you want to think of this here as the evil primordial goddess daughter in control of creation, who has a grandmother time spirit and a grandmother grandmother Adam, or a mother Adam and Quark spirit, plus her soul is a spirit. So this is a representation of a physical person. All right, and because she's on this close to the fire, it represents her, this from being evil. This is the evil grandmother. This is the good grandmother here. All right, so when Mother begins the purification process, she's gonna kill the energy of that grandmother there, that is the visible electromagnetic radiation throughout all 8 universes. When she begins exercising and doing the purification ceremony, that grandmother is gonna die. And when she falls into the black hole and falls asleep, and we have total control over all the invisible electromagnetic radiation in the universe, we'll become pregnant. And get rid of everybody right away, man. I don't need my 1 billion spaceships, but I'm kind of angry. I'd like to drop some rods from the sky and destroy some planets, But whatever, man. If I was just get Mother pregnant, you get rid of everybody, a real easy way. So in theory, I could do that now too, because once I begin the purification process and I resurrect my grandfather's spirit from the grave, he's going to become the electromagnetic wave in this universe. Right now, the evil grandfather is asleep, and my spirit's asleep. One of us has to wake up. That's what wake me up when September ends means, because it's after September now. It's going on in November. So when I wake him up, that wave will become positive. It's a little bit negative now, but every day that I exercise, he's going to forget a lot of the transgressions that I bestowed upon him during the spiritual warfare. And the more that he forgets, the more positive he will become. There's going to become a tipping balance there where, he's not going to be like 30%, remembering all of the bad stuff that I made him do. The minute he gets like 51%, oh, I know why now. That's just my resurrected, my reincarnated son. He had to do some bad things to bring down evil. Now he's making me forget those bad things that he did. And since I've forgotten 51% of them, I'm now good. And when that happens, he'll take control of the wave. And when that happens, that's when the hydrogen that's in the universe that gives out by the stars, That's a fire electron, which is evil. That's her. That's the evil grandmother who's evil, the fire electron. And then there's an earth proton, which is evil, which is the grandfather. So you have a grandfather here, which is the evil earth proton, and the grandmother, which is the evil fire electron. So those two particles are negative because of the the sin associated with them. There's a lot of complexities involved, but how do I put it? I know that they have a plan to try to take over creation by being good. You got the dummy robot universe, where they're kids who act stupid and do bad things, and then you got the universe above, which is a bunch of teenagers running around expecting to run around like Peter Pan forever by turning good, or not turning good, but by turning a certain set of spirits good so that they can create planets. And then you got the elemental universe, which is adult land. That's where the adults live. Let's put it that way. So if my concept is correct, those little particles, they'll stick to the wave here. And when they stick to the wave, because they're negative, the life force of the grandmother and the grandfather should be drained. Now, that comes with a side of caution, because if the running that I was doing for the previous 2 months was setting up that process, and basically the waves are good already because these clowns are trying to pose as the good guys, meaning they got a bunch of robots to do all their sinning. Well, they're just chumming around being good, waiting for their old mom and dad to die. So that's theoretically meaning that's why they cut me to relapse again, so that I could start afresh and new. So the question becomes, do I take that chance and run? Because what it means is, if I begin to run without weighing all my cards, those particles, like the fire electron and the earth proton, who are the good grandmother, good grandfather, but have been subjugated to an existence of perpetual sin by our evil teenage children, would stick to the good wave of the evil grandmother and evil grandfather, primordial children, and they would suck the life force from them as a backup plan. So, just so you know, I know that, and I'm beginning to wonder if I should exercise at all. So, the only reason I'm doing the exercise is to get that message over to the elemental universe. So, so, as I'm looking at that sign there, oh, you can't see the colors, but I can. It has a white G, a blue background with a black side to it. So the black side represents like being negative, but the white part represents being positive. So it's like hiding behind the veil of evil, and then the blue part represents like air up in the brain. Now, the G in Graham stands for spirit, because of my ex playing on the team spirit, or the spirit G's. And then it has the Ra, which represents the sun god, which is Egyptian. And then it has Ham, which is a representation of pig. So it says spirit sun god Ra, pig. So that grand construction tells me that, you know, I should be very cautious of whether or not I should do my running or not. So I'm going to focus on getting saving the day first, and then coming up with a battle strategy, such as creating new technology so that we can, you know, try to send a message over to the other universe without me having to, you know, put my spirit or mother spirit in jeopardy because of these morons who think I don't know what they're up to.